Hello, everyone. It's your favorite team here at TV Days Drama Digest, the ultimate hub for all things soap opera sensationalism. We're thrilled to dive deep into the whirlwind of emotions, betrayals, and unexpected alliances that played out in today's gripping episode of Days of Our Lives. If you're one of those unfortunate souls who missed the live broadcast, perhaps caught up in your own real-life drama, don't fret. We got you covered with this comprehensive recap. But for the full visual feast, including those intense close-ups and dramatic music swells, make sure to check out our exclusive recap video on our channel. Trust us, it's worth every second. Today's episode, aired on October 22nd, 2025, was a masterclass in tension building and character development, reminding us why Salem remains the epicenter of endless intrigue. From prison releases to mistaken identities and fractured family bonds, the storylines wove together in a tapestry of suspense that left viewers on the edge of their seats. We'll break it down scene by scene, expanding on the raw emotions, hidden motives, and potential future explosions that could rock the town. Buckle up, because this isn't just a summary. It's a deep dive into the hearts and minds of our beloved and sometimes despised characters. Hashtag Mark Green's triumphant yet treacherous return, from prison bars to corporate shadows. The episode kicks off with a bang, or rather, the creak of prison gates swinging open, as Mark Green steps back into the free world after his stint in Statesville Penitentiary. For those needing a quick refresher, Mark's fall from grace was nothing short of tragic. Once a promising medical professional, his life derailed amid scandals involving family secrets and questionable alliances. Now, with the weight of his past hanging over him like a storm cloud, Mark returns to Salem determined to rebuild. But in a town like this, redemption is never straightforward. It's laced with temptation and moral ambiguity. We first see Mark, portrayed with brooding intensity by actor, redacted for immersion, striding through the familiar streets of Salem, his face etched with a mix of hope and wariness. His clothes are simple, a far cry from the white coat he once wore with pride, symbolizing his stripped-down existence. He's not just looking for any job, he's seeking purpose, a way to atone for his mistakes and contribute to society. This leads him straight to the opulent offices of E.J. DiMera, the enigmatic powerhouse whose influence in Salem is as vast as it is shadowy. The meeting between Mark and E.J. is electric, charged with unspoken histories and calculated risks. E.J., ever the suave manipulator in his tailored suit, lounges behind his massive desk like a king on his throne. Mark approaches with humility, extending his hand. E.J., he begins, his voice steady but laced with vulnerability. I've left Statesville behind, and I'm ready to start fresh. I know I can't practice medicine right now, my license is suspended, but I'm willing to do anything. Anything to give back, to prove I've changed. E.J.'s eyes narrow, assessing Mark like a chess piece on a board. He leans forward, intrigued. Mark pulls out his resume, a thin sheaf of paper that represents years of expertise now tainted by controversy. I worked in a research lab during my time inside, Mark explains, his tone earnest. Honed my skills in data analysis, experimental protocols, you name it. I'm not asking for pity, I'm offering value. What follows is a negotiation that drips with drama. E.J., sensing an opportunity, proposes a role that skirts the edges of legality. Mark, your research background could be invaluable, he says smoothly, his British accent adding a layer of sophistication to his words. But it comes with conditions, a non-disclosure agreement, and no questions asked. This isn't about hospital protocols or patient care. It's private research, funded from my own pockets, aimed at personal advancements. Mark hesitates, the camera zooming in on his furrowed brow. Memories of Statesville flash across his face, the clang of cell doors, the isolation, the regret. If this is some gray area operation, E.J., I can't risk going back there, he retorts, his voice rising with the weight of his fears. I've paid my dues. I won't jeopardize my freedom for shady dealings. EJ chuckles softly, a sound that's equal parts reassuring and ominous. He stands, circling his desk to close the distance, creating an intimate yet intimidating atmosphere. No need to worry, old friend. This is far removed from the medical world. Think of it as cutting-edge innovation, the kind that could change lives, mine included. You're perfect for it because you understand discretion. You've been through the fire. You know how to keep secrets. The tension builds as Mark weighs his options. The room feels smaller, the air thicker, as if the walls themselves are closing in. Finally, with a resolute nod, Mark extends his hand. Whatever you need, EJ. You can trust me. They shake hands, a firm grip that seals the deal but hints at future complications. As Mark exits, a sly smile creeps across EJ's face, leaving viewers wondering, what exactly is this private research? Is it a legitimate venture or another DiMera scheme that could drag Mark back into the abyss? This alliance promises fireworks, blending Mark's desperation for redemption with EJ's insatiable ambition. Hashtag the Square Showdown, accusations, innocence, and lingering shadows. Shifting gears to the bustling Horton Town Square, where public confrontations are as common as coffee runs, we witness an explosive clash that exposes fractures in relationships and plants seeds of doubt. Alex Kyriakis, the charismatic yet hot-headed heir, storms up to Jeremy Horton, his face twisted in fury. The square, usually a place of casual encounters and whispered gossip, transforms into an arena of raw emotion under the autumn sun. Who the hell is Leo Stark? Alex bellows, his voice echoing off the surrounding buildings, drawing curious glances from passers-by. The accusation stems from a leaked secret, the revelation that Stephanie Johnson is actually Anastasia Sands, a bombshell that could upend lives. Alex, protective of Stephanie, believes Jeremy spilled the beans to the notorious gossip-monger Leo Stark, Salem's resident troublestirrer known for his sharp wit and sharper tongue. Jeremy, caught off guard, stumbles back, his eyes wide with confusion. Alex, what are you talking about? I didn't tell anyone anything, he protests, his hands raised in a gesture of innocence. The camera captures the beads of sweat forming on his forehead, amplifying the drama of the moment. Stephanie, standing nearby with her signature poise cracking under pressure, steps in to de-escalate. Alex, stop. This isn't helping, she urges, her voice a mix of frustration and fear. But deep down, Stephanie's mind races to a different suspect, EJ DiMera. It has to be him, she mutters under her breath, her eyes darting as if expecting EJ to materialize from the shadows. Why didn't she consider his involvement sooner? EJ's history of manipulation makes him the perfect puppet master. The confrontation escalates into a verbal sparring match. Alex jabs at Jeremy's past indiscretions, reminding everyone of his checkered history. You've got a track record of stirring the pot, Jeremy. Why should I believe you now? Jeremy, defending his honor, fires back. I'm innocent here. I wouldn't betray Stephanie like that. Think about it. Who benefits from this chaos? His confusion is palpable, a genuine bewilderment that tugs at the audience's sympathies. As Stephanie pulls Alex away, the scene lingers on Jeremy's solitary figure, foreshadowing trouble. Unbeknownst to him, EJ is indeed the true culprit, the one who whispered the truth to Leo in a calculated move. This revelation, dropped subtly through flashbacks, adds layers of intrigue. EJ's motives? Perhaps revenge, power, or simply the thrill of control. Jeremy's innocence might shield him for now, but EJ's shadow looms large. Will this haunt Jeremy later, turning an ally into an enemy? The square, once a neutral ground, now feels tainted by unspoken threats, setting the stage for future reckonings. Hashtag family fractures and paths to forgiveness. Chad, Thomas, Kat, and Jeremy's intervention. No episode of Days of Our Lives would be complete without delving into the DiMera family's turbulent dynamics, and today's installment delivers heartache in spades. At the heart of this storyline is young Thomas DiMera, Chad's son, whose innocent anger becomes a catalyst for adult turmoil. Thomas, with his wide-eyed curiosity masking deeper emotions, confides in his uncle Jeremy about his frustrations, specifically regarding Kat Green, Mark's sister, and a figure entangled in the family's web of secrets. The scene unfolds in the cozy yet tense DiMera mansion, where polished surfaces hide emotional cracks. Thomas, played with endearing sincerity by the young actor, sits on the grand staircase, kicking his feet idly. "Uncle Jeremy," he starts, his voice small but laced with resentment, "I don't like Kat. She's always around Dad, and it makes everything weird." This stems from recent events where Kat's involvement in deceptive plots, posing as part of a larger conspiracy, has strained relationships. Chad, ever the devoted father, has been navigating his romance with Kat amid these revelations, but Thomas's disapproval boils over. Jeremy, stepping into the role of the wise mediator, kneels to Thomas's level, his expression a blend of empathy and resolve. "Hey, buddy, I get it. Change is tough, especially when it involves people we love. But holding on to anger, it just makes things heavier. What if we talk about forgiveness? Kat's made mistakes, sure, but so have we all." Jeremy shares a personal anecdote from his own youth, drawing parallels to Thomas's feelings, making the advice feel authentic and heartfelt. He encourages Thomas to see Kat not as a villain, but as someone trying to find her place, much like Mark's return. This conversation proves pivotal when Chad, overhearing snippets, confronts the reality of his son's emotions. In a heart-wrenching moment, Chad breaks up with Kat. The breakup scene is a tearjerker, Chad and Kat in the dimly lit living room, rain pattering against the windows for added pathos. "I can't do this anymore," Chad says, his voice breaking. Thomas is furious, and I won't force him to accept something that hurts him. Family comes first. Kat, tears streaming down her face, pleads, "Chad, please. We've been through so much. Don't let this end us." But Chad's resolve holds, though his eyes betray inner conflict. Jeremy, witnessing the fallout, doubles down on his efforts with Thomas. "See, kiddo? Your dad loves you more than anything. But maybe, just maybe, we can help him see that forgiveness isn't weakness, it's strength." He suggests small steps, a family game night, open talks, planting seeds of reconciliation. Thomas softens slightly, a glimmer of hope amid the drama. This storyline masterfully explores themes of forgiveness, acceptance, and the ripple effects of anger. Chad's decision, while protective, could lead to regret. Will Thomas's perspective shift under Jeremy's guidance? And how will Kat react, retreat, or fight back? The emotional depth here resonates, reminding us that in Salem, family bonds are as fragile as they are fierce. ## wrapping up the chaos. What lies ahead in Salem? As the episode fades to black, we're left pondering the interconnected fates of these characters. Mark's new alliance with EJ could unravel secrets that shake Salem's foundations. The square confrontation exposes vulnerabilities, with EJ's hidden hand poised to strike. And in the DiMera household, the path to healing is fraught with obstacles, but Jeremy's intervention offers a beacon of hope. Today's stories encapsulate why Days of Our Lives endures: relentless drama, complex characters, and endless possibilities. From Mark's cautious optimism to Alex's fiery accusations and Chad's painful sacrifice, every moment pulses with intensity. We've expanded on these beats to give you a fuller picture, diving into the psyches and stakes that make Salem unforgettable. If this recap has you hooked, subscribe to TV Days Drama Digest for more in-depth analyses, behind-the-scenes scoops, and fan discussions. What do you think will happen next? Drop your theories in the comments below. Will Mark regret his deal? Is EJ's research a ticking time bomb? Can Chad and Kat reconcile? Until tomorrow's episode, keep the drama alive. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.